So, in this video, we will see about resources. What exactly are resources and what are the types in it? When we perform any activity or work, resources are the most important for it because it affects the total cost of your project. What exactly are resources? Resources are the labor, human power, and machinery required to work or few materials. We call it resources. So by using these resources, by using this resource, you can complete your project. Whenever we talk about resources, there are three types of resources in which you have labor, non-labor, and the third type is machinery. Labor means human resources, skilled labor and non-skilled labor, whatever it is. Second is non-labor. Non-labor means whatever materials you have or whatever materials you need, like construction. If we talk about construction, it has sand or cement. So all these things are in non-labor, means materials. And third is machinery, which is used for equipment like JCB, excavator, crane, etc. This is in machinery. So these are three types of resources. Whenever we update resources, as we saw in the beginning, there are two types of sheets. First is task sheet, in which we add any activity. So we add its duration or details. Second comes your resource sheet. So what you do in resource sheet, you add resources. Whatever resources you need, so we add the details of those resources in resource sheet. We will see how we can assign resource and how we can apply it. As we saw earlier, you get these two sheets. One is your task sheet, in which we add task details, and the other is your resource sheet. So now you can see here that for now I can see my task sheet, but what I have to do here now, resource sheet add. So what you have to do is, first of all, you can see many options here. So you can go to drop down and take resource sheet from here. Second option is to right click here, view bar. By right clicking from here, you can set the resource sheet. Or third option is go to task here, and here you can see Gantt chart. If you click on left, you can see all the details and view. So now I will select the resource sheet. As I select the resource sheet, you can see here that my resource sheet is added. So now you can see the resource sheet is added. You can add the resource sheet like this. As soon as you open the resource sheet, you have to create views, means you have to add each resource in it. So when we add resource, the most important factor is currency, means cost. Whenever we create a resource or assign it, it is the most important part is currency. So first we have to set it. Whenever we define currency, to define currency, you have to go to file menu. After going to file menu, you can see options tab. So when we go there, project option dialog box will open in front of you. So here if you see in display the cost or the currency, it will be open for the project. As soon as it opens, you will see different options like INR. Different countries' currencies are added. You can take whatever you want from here. From this, another option like we do INR from here, and here you can see the symbol, which you can change the symbol. To change it, you can simply type in the address, or you can copy the symbol or paste it in internet or Google. Next comes how to keep the symbol placement. When we give the placement, it is 1 rupees or rupees 1. Here you can see these options: symbol with the gap, cost with symbol. Here you can see the options: symbol with gap, cost with symbol, without gap, currency with gap, symbol. You can define it in 4 different ways. You can use it, you can do whatever you want from here. You can define it by default. You can add whatever you want to add and then simply click on OK. So you can complete your currency setup. As you complete the setup, you can define the placement, and then you can the types that we were adding. Like I have to add resource here. So what is in the resource sheet? The name of the resource. I am adding it. I added it here. I am adding it with the name of Vikranju. So as I added the resource name, here you can see different types in the type work: material, cost. So as we saw previously, what is work, material, cost? At the time of resource, we saw labor, non-labor and machinery. So that indicates that if you are adding a human, then you have to add work. If you want to add material or non-labor, then you can add material. Similarly, you can define cost. Next, you have to add initials automatically, so you can change it. Next is maximum units. Maximum units can be defined it in two ways. First is percentage and second is numbers. How much time is your resource available? Means daily your project calendar is assigned like this is my standard calendar. It has 8 hours working time. So if I apply this 8 hours calendar, so in this 8 hours calendar, how many hours your person is available for work? So that defines maximum unit. Now it is in units, means in percentage. So what we have to do now is to convert it in numbers. Simply go to file menu and click on option. You can see schedule option. Go down a little bit. Here in the schedule you will see show assignment unit. As here there are two options. Percentage means you will see it in percentage. As you set it to decimal and you will OK it, then it will come in decimal. So here is 1 means that person is available for whole 1 day, means whole 8 hours. If I assign 2 input, then you will have 16 hours for 2 shifts. So you can add the details maximum input. If you assign or add maximum units to the person who is available, then it will automatically come to the over allocation. Then it will get over allocation. You need to remember it should not extend more than your working hours, means the person is available. Don't extend the availability of the person. Next option is standard rates. As you click on standard rate, you can define different rates. For that, you will have different rates available. For example, this person I am giving you 100 rupees per day. I have to assign here. If I put 100 per day, what will happen automatically? So in the same way, you can add standard rates. In the same way, I have to add some other here. Suppose I am adding here J. Okay, I have selected the second resource here, J. I want to keep this in the work type. By default, it is coming. Work, this is also coming. You can also change the maximum work units from here, or after that, whatever the cost is, per hour cost or whatever it is, or the standard daily wages, then what can you do here? You can add. What do you have to do in the same way? This is added for work. If you want to add material or other resources, you can add them. For example, I am adding for material. I have added for cement. We will have to shift the cement unit in material. So for this, I will put 1 unit here, but the cost will not come according to the per day, or the details will come separately because it is according to the material. So what you have to do is type the unit here BG, because it will be calculated per bag or per kilo. If we talk about steel, then steel in this we are taking it in kg or metric ton. If we are taking sand, it comes per truck or per ton. So in that way you can add any material units. After that, the rate you have to do is simply in the rate column you have to input the rate like rupees 450 or rupees 500, whatever the rate is for a cement bag. You can add it in the list. In the same way, you can create multiple materials, multiple works and tasks in the list. In the same way, you can add the machineries like JCB, excavator or whatever you want to add it. Will come according to the cost by default. You don't get fixed cost, so it depends on your other things. We don't know the fixed cost, so what we do is we differentiate it. So we will see how to apply it, and we have created the resource in this way. But how to assign this resource, any task, so how to assign resource for that task, we will see in the next video. How to assign resources with task activity. Simple way, we will see in the next video.